Welcome, everyone, to the deep dive. So, today we're taking a slightly different approach. We've got something unique, not your usual academic stuff. We're actually looking at an excerpt from a narrative, like a chapter from a story. We're going to really get into it, explore the raw emotions of the characters at this key moment.
Exactly. And our goal here really is to unpack this incredibly complex, high-stakes emotional ride one of the characters is on. She's caught between these conflicting feelings, old habits, and she's right there, about to make a huge relationship decision. This deep dive, it's going to shed light on, well, the messy reality of unexpected love and the guts it takes to go for it, even when it basically flips everything you thought you knew upside down.
Okay, so let's dive in. Abby's first move here is, well, it's pretty interesting. After this really intense night with Travis, she tries to just play it off, right? Like it was just casual sex. She wants things to go back to how things were before. She's kind of banking on his oversized macho ego, hoping he'll play along with their little comedy. Yeah. What's your read on that initial strategy? Is that something we see a lot?
Oh, absolutely. The classic, almost textbook attempt at self-protection is that Abby's trying to grab back control of a situation that clearly knocked her off balance. But what the text shows us right away is how badly that fails. Travis he doesn't play ball. That confrontation at lunch, his directness about, her losing her virginity, and he's clearly annoyed. She's pretending to be shocked. Her whole poker face just crumbles instantly because he's not following her script. And that's a huge challenge for her.
Yeah, you can see it falling apart. And right then, just as things are getting tense, Parker shows up. Talk about timing. He gives Abby a kiss on the cheek. They've got plans. And Travis's look, the source calls it a murderous gaze. That says it all, right?
It really does. And what's fascinating is how Travis reacts after Parker leaves. He loses that cool exterior fast. He's furious. And it's not just simple jealousy, I think. It connects back to what Abby said earlier about him not missing her, that dismissive comment. You see this raw vulnerability when he asks, does she not trust him? Does she think he's not good enough? Asking what's the problem. Wow, it shows how much his feelings for her are already messing with his whole tough guy persona.
And Abby, maybe thrown by seeing him so vulnerable, she immediately pushes back, hard, tries to make it all seem logical, asking coolly, since when is sex a matter of life or death for you? And then she throws that line back, I doubt this is the first time you've deflowered a virgin. Ouch. Trying to make it seem like no big deal.
Exactly. Trying to shrink it down. But Travis, he just refuses. That simple line, and yet it is the case. Pow. And then insisting what happened wasn't a simple story of sex. That's a massive shift. He's drawing a line, saying he won't sleep with anyone else. That's not just a promise. It's him fundamentally changing his priorities, centering them around her, moving away from just, casual hookups.
So after that really intense conversation, Abby goes off on her date with Parker, but she's clearly not into it. The source mentions her closed jeans, not a dress, and how she feels not at all in a flirtatious mood, all because of her plan concerning Travis.
Her mind is totally somewhere else, isn't it? Completely. And this scene does such a good job contrasting things. Parker's place is immaculate, his breath is minty, he's perfectly pleasant. But Abby feels zero excitement, like none. And then Travis calls, right in the middle of the date, asking her to go bowling. It's playful, but pointed. It's this perfect interruption that just yanks her attention right back to him where the real energy is. The dinner with Parker was apparently rather well, but, she was just waiting, anticipating seeing Travis.
And you see that disconnect physically, too. She sets a clear boundary with Parker first base only, and when he kisses her, she feels nothing, and she actually blames Travis for it out loud. It's like he's rewired her.
And that brings us to this whole couples party mess. It shows how tangled things already are. Abby already promised Travis she'd go with it. Remember, that was the deal, so America could go with Shepley. So now Parker's confused, frustrated.
Yeah.
Why is Travis going with her? Travis, the guy who never goes to that kind of events. It just highlights how Abby's life is already revolving around Travis, whether she's admitted it yet or not.
Right. And Parker keeps pushing her to cancel on Travis, but she won't budge. Her response is so firm, I can't or I don't want to. The I don't want to part, that feels significant, doesn't it? It's like she's starting to realize, okay, this is actually what I want, even if I don't fully get why yet.
Totally significant. And her friend, America, just cuts right to the chase when Abby gets back from the date. Classic friend move. She asks basically, you look miserable after Parker, but you smile when Travis calls. What's that tell us? It just holds up a minute, forcing Abby and us, the readers, to see the truth of her feelings. They're becoming undeniable.
And then, speaking of undeniable, Travis escalates things. Big time.
Yeah.
Shows up at 3 a.m. on his motorcycle, That vulnerability again, admitting you miss me.
Yeah.
And then just pleading for her to come for a ride. It feels, I don't know, desperate, but also really intimate.
Oh, definitely. And that ride, it's more than just a ride. It's symbolic. It's aimless, fast, cold. But for Abby, it's this bubble of comfort. Just being with him, his scent, feeling alone in the world together. It's like they're escaping everything else, all the complications, just for that moment. Riding towards something deeper, maybe, away from their own resistance.
And that ride leads to this really raw moment at a gas station. Travis is still clearly unsure, insecure. He admits he struggles to predict what she's going to do, saying, I don't understand you, Paulette. You're so complicated. It's not just frustration. It feels like he's genuinely asking for some kind of clarity, which is huge for him.
It is huge, and it totally paves the way for what happens back at the residence. The huge confessions. First, Travis asks straight up, did he kiss you? He just needs to know, needs that peace of mind. And then, boom, the big one. I love you, Abby. I love you more than I've ever loved anyone or anything. But it's the next part that's really profound, I think. He says, when you are near me, I no longer need alcohol, nor money, nor fights, nor easy sex. I only need you. That's not just giving about bad habits. It's saying she has fundamentally changed what he needs, what fulfilled him, that love can literally rewire you.
Wow. And Abby, she finally lets her guard down too. Completely. She lays out her biggest fear, her past, the fights, gambling, alcohol, and how terrifyingly she sees all of that mirrored in Travis, wrapped up in this tattooed and irresistible gift package. She says, I haven't come all this way to relive the same nightmare. She's scared of destroying him or him hating her. It's not just about falling in love. It's about escaping her past.
And Travis's response is just unwavering. He doubles down, vows to stop fighting when he graduates, never drink again. He's basically promising her the happily ever after if she just believes in him. It shows his total conviction in her power to change him, his certainty that she was made for me. It's like this belief transcends all the chaos he used to live in.
And that leads to the absolute turning point. Abby grabbing Travis's phone.
Right.
That pause before she dials Parker, you can feel the weight of it, Parker's gruff voice, and then Abby, trembling, admitting, I'm almost sure I'm in love with Travis. Almost sure, but saying it out loud changes everything.
Everything. And the immediate fallout tells you everything you need to know. Parker hangs up. Click. Travis's face goes through this whole sequence. Astonishment, stupefaction, and adoration. Amazing description. And then Abby's little joke. It's the tattoos. It's like this huge release of tension. The walls are down, finally.
Yeah.
It's messy, but it's real.
So they go back to Travis's apartment, and you just feel his relief, don't you? When he says, I didn't feel at home anymore since you left, it hits hard. It shows how much she'd already become his center, his sense of home.
It really does. And then there's that detail, that really insightful moment. Abby reaches for a condom, just, practical, and Travis confesses, I threw them all away. His reason, without you, I didn't need them anymore. Wow. I mean, that's a physical symbol of his absolute commitment. It shows that for him, intimacy is now only about her, a complete rejection of his past life. It's shocking, but incredibly powerful.
And Abby, she just does the math in her head, calculates her cycle, and says, no risk.
It's almost funny, practical Abby right there.
Ah!
But it also speaks to this new ease between them, right? Like they've finally gotten past the heavy stuff. Yeah, the air is cleared. And Travis really sums it all up when he says, with you, it's different anyway, but there, nothing will ever be the same after this. He gets it. This isn't just physical. It's changed everything. His world, his view of himself. And that plea at the end, don't leave. This time, okay, I want to wake up exactly like this tomorrow morning, paired with her promise, I'm not going anywhere. That feels earned. It's hopeful. They fought for this connection. So reflecting on this whole deep dive, it really hammers home a pretty fundamental truth, doesn't it? That real transformative love. It often comes from places you least expect. And it demands huge things from you. Vulnerability, sure, but also like fundamental personal change. This story really makes a case that sometimes, to get something truly authentic, you have to face down your biggest fears and break those old patterns you built to keep yourself safe. It takes real courage to choose that path, the one that feels right deep down, even if it doesn't make sense on paper.
It's just so intense watching these characters go through that, the sheer force of that connection pulling them along. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? For you listening, how do you balance that need for safety, for growth on your own terms, with this kind of overwhelming, unpredictable connection when it shows up? What kind of changes deep down are you willing to make, or maybe even just allow for a relationship that could genuinely transform everything? Something to think about.